The enemy is trying to trap my hero by trying to come in from both sides, but I found a way out. To then having a weird attack on my teammate's main base with Pavium and some grunts. To then finally getting this great attack coming down on this huge army. Let's all see how it starts off from the very beginning. So this is going to be a pretty simple build order. I'm going to go ahead and try and get the hero out to the best of our ability. And what I mean by best, let's just try and get it out as fast as possible. And so the way I'm opening up is supply, marine, supply. Now, this does mean that my hero will come out a little bit later, mainly because of the fact that I'm not going to be generating that power right away compared to if I went supply, power, then supply. But I want to go ahead and try this out and see how it turned out in this map, specifically when you're playing mid. And on top of that, we won't be upgrading our supply pad, so we are going to be upgrading our gen first. So that means we will get more power in the late run early on than the other way around. And so the gen is being made. We are going against a cutter, we're going against a Jerome, and we're going against a Pavium, and this generator is out right on time to go ahead and get that second generator up. My teammate did not get the power there, so I'm going to go ahead and send some marines on over to go ahead and grab that additional power to help expedite that process. And then we're going to go after the power node once an opportunity arises. But all in all, it's not a bad build because now we already have, right, one gen upgraded. And now we're going to get our second gen up. But looking at it, maybe something that's worth trying is going to supply gen and then not make that marine. Then upgrade that gen right away and then upgrade the second gen when that opportunity arises so we can get that right away. But all in all, we're getting our hero out probably around that a little past the 2-minute mark, so we're going to go ahead and see how that turns out. But we do have enough marines to go ahead and start dealing with the sentinels that we see over here. And I did make a I did make a jackrabbit to go ahead and scout the enemy to see what we see. What is the enemy trying to do? I think it's always important to try and get a scout in, because if not, you're going to just go blindly. And there are builds that are pretty safe all in all in order for you to not get caught with anything. And a great vortex lightning by our Decimus over there, where he's able to go ahead and just whittle down 2 marines and able to get that garrison as well. And I'm also going to send my marines over to capture the node to the left hand side in order to go ahead and continue that power production. And so first scout comes in on yellow. There wasn't really much that was a telltale sign. If so, I definitely was not paying attention. There it is. It's just economy with the mini base. And then the second thing that red's going to be doing, we're going to see in just a few seconds. And we're going to send our jackrabbit through. And there you go. You're seeing a barracks coming in from red. So it does look like red is trying to be more aggressive in the early game. And it is a 5th building point barracks. So that means it's going to be aligned with my leader. So I'm going to at least be a little bit ahead in that. But orange is getting themselves a war console to go ahead and get the hero out. And they also have a raid camp. So there's just a lot of signs in regards to early game that's going to be happening. And so I pinged to let my teammates know what's going on. We're going to grab that mini just because of the fact that green just decided to expand like crazy. Green is trying to take yellow's secondary base. But here comes red showing up. Remember, red is cutter, so red has the marine boost in regards to movement. And so I'm going to start retreating right away. Unfortunately, my rank 1 marines, they're already going to take some damage. And so I'm going to drop in that mantis to go ahead and see if I can do some pressure with this. Self-destruct our war console or armory in UNSC's case to go ahead and put a barracks down so we can go ahead and start making some infantry along with this, because eventually we're going to get masterdoms. And now we're going to go ahead and try and pressure this over here. And with what we've got, I think we'll be able to. They are taking the middle node, which is going to be pretty good for them. And we will try to take it ourselves when the time comes. But right now, we're already doing good in regards to damage over here. We're applying good pressure on yellow. But then if you look at the mini-map, all of a sudden red is showing up as well. And luckily, I have an out, which is going to be at this left-hand side. If not, they're going to be able to get me. But Jerome is doing a great job just taking out a lot of these marines as a whole. One thing that I definitely could be doing better is doing attack move, and so I can go ahead and stand still and get that additional XP for that veteran ship. But All in all, this was a pretty good attack as a whole, and dark blue is actually hitting yellow's base as we speak. So red is going to go ahead and fall back and deal with that, and that's going to give me an opportunity to take whatever is left over here as well as the nodes. And so now that we have Tech 2, we're going to start transitioning over to that. But look at that, man. Voridus was doing a great job over there by our team. If it is a Voridus, if not, it's going to be that Decimus. And so things are looking very good on our side as well. We're getting the nodes. We got middle node. We got left node. And enemy leader has shown up on our side of the map. I thought they were going to go ahead and go after my base, but turns out I was wrong. They're going to start heading over to to dark blue's main base. And there you go. We're already getting the notifications. There's a bunch of grunts, but a good do of whatever that ability is called has gone down. And now Vortex is going down as well. So those grunts are getting shredded pretty well. And my snipers are showing up to go ahead and deal with Pavium as well. I do already have 3 snipers. We're going to go ahead and unlock Master Doms and start that production. And Cleansing Beam is going down to clear out the remainder of those grunts. So that's actually really good on that side. And we end up clearing everything over here. And so there really wasn't much damage done on the economy whatsoever by Orange on that push towards our teammates. So Suicide Grunts does come in, but we do have a response to it. So we're going to be just fine. But Green did get a little bit too greedy and took that expansion base over there. And because of that, he's going to lose that base over there by Yellow's second expansion base. So I'm going to start getting these upgrades. I see what's going on over here, and I'm going to start shifting over to Green, just seeing how many units are over there on that left hand side. I figured they'll try to counterattack, and Green is pinging to let us know about the situation. So I ping and let him know, hey, I am coming over with my units. So hopefully we'll be able to try and hold this position, but it is a lot of infantry that we're going to have to deal with here. Goes in with the chopper ram, which is always nice, but his engineer died immediately. Our Master Dom's going to get closer. It would be great if we could put some snipers in it, and that's what we're going to try and do. We did micro a little bit poorly, such that it took us a little bit to get those snipers in there, but leader comes out over here, which is, you know, good Y move to kill out some of these things, but there's just a lot of infantry over here. But they did get intimidated with the fact that we have like 6 snipers and our hero has shown up. So it looks like they're not going to go ahead and commit to this, especially since Dark Blue has shown up with rates as well, since already at Tech 3. And so now I'm going to go ahead and start working on my second base. And I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any way I can go ahead and get some attacking down. Can I get something out of this? Right now we still control at least 3 of the nodes, which is looking pretty good. Our Decimus is starting to get some version of an army comp going together after overcommitting with that 3rd base end up getting on that yellow's expansion. It's not something you see very too often, so it was just very weird to see. Like I really don't know what the play is for that, but hey, it stalled. It let us know where they were heading towards that counterattack. So no, all in all, I don't think it was that bad. So now we're going to get ready to see if we can do some poke damage and see if we can find a base to go ahead and destroy. But no, Yellow doesn't have a second base right now. So I pinged, hey, I'm going to head over to mid to see if there's a base that's happening over there. I'm going to make some additional Nightingales, upgrade that supply pad, start making turrets for defense just because we have stuff. And fun fact, I always really like to make turrets in the front, but really it's better to put it in the back first so it doesn't get targeted down right away. So we have a plethora amount of snipers. Now you're probably wondering, why do I have so many snipers? Well, it's very simple on why I have so many snipers. I just don't want to deal with the mass infantry that Cutter is going to be going, and Orange does look like they're going to be going infantry with that raid camp that I saw, so I would presume hunters are going to be the play for them. So here I am showing up in mid to go ahead and see if I can get any damage done. And there's a Mastodon by Yellow, but I have snipers and I have more Mastodons than him at the moment, so I am shredding everything this person owns over here. But it's also such a shame that I don't really have the scout upgraded. It would have been nice to have that upgraded, but with the extra supply that we have, we're going to keep solidifying our base defense as well as just working on economy as well, getting that generator going. But right now it's just been a very slow game as a whole. There were some cool moments, but right now not much is going on. Getting that 3rd gen or 4th gen, I might say, because at this point power is going to be a pretty premium resource in regards to just trying to get these upgrades a bit faster than the enemy. And I'm looking for an opportunity to try and attack somewhere. So my army is going to come down, probably want to get reinforcements and get additional stuff for that. And I'm just going to go ahead and start rotating over to green, possibly think about a teleport situation to deal with orange. But as of right now, still undetermined on what's going to happen. Things are very quiet. And I don't want a situation where I'm moving somewhere and then all of a sudden my base is just under attack and I lost everything. So still working on just building turrets as a whole in order to help protect my base. And I'm putting full turrets on this mainly because I know I can put a jackrabbit on hold position to get that additional vision if need be. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is send a jackrabbit through the teleporter to see what we're going on with the enemy. See if we find anything that we think it's a good engagement. And look at that. Orange already has such a great army with suicide grunts, marauders. But dark blue is already showing up and posturing with some blisterbacks. And so now the Wraiths are going to just start falling back to make sure they don't get slaughtered by the hunters. And the goo comes down by Voridus. And while that's happening, a great cleansing ends up coming down as well. And we end up clearing out all the hunters that are there. With all my like 7 snipers that I have in my Master Dom, that's all going to die. The hero's going to go down as well. And this means blue is going to be able to do whatever he wants. Rain of Fire does go down to try to cover himself in order to try and fall back, but it just was not going to work out. We have such a large army, and my army kind of counters them, and then once I clear out the hunters, pretty much the Wraiths can do the rest of the work over here. And so red is being a little bit cautious because of the fact that there are so many snipers. But right now, there's really not much they can do. I have the extra vision. The snipers are just going to keep on scoping everybody out. I wish I had sanctioned snipers. That would be great. But we're taking all this infantry out little by little. So red is going to eventually have to do something about this if they choose to do so. Right now, nothing is really being done. Great vortex coming down by the Decimus. Going to get that reinforcement upgrade. And we were able to kill Orange's base, or he ended up leaving the game. One of the two. And now all of a sudden here they come. Red's here and yellow's here. They do get one of my Master Doms. And I did pop Spartan Morale in order to get a faster escape if possible. Snipers are doing an excellent job trying to do damage and also retreat. We are going to unfortunately start losing units. Oh no, we saved the 2 snipers and red looks like they overcommitted. And with that being said, he ends up disconnecting from the game. That's it. GG. And if you think about it, yellow, I don't know what yellow ended up doing, maybe feeling threatened by green, also ended up putting themselves in a position where they weren't there to assist red. So just bad timing all in all by the other team. They just couldn't really get something going together as a team. But all in all, it was a pretty slow game, but wanted to go ahead and just showcase and commentate this nevertheless. There's some good learnings we can get out of this, especially that beginning game. So I went 9 for 41. We got a Voridus for Apple, 20 for 23. Mr. J Daniels, 14 for 27. Unvention YT went 25 for 25. Smoothfish 6618 went 25 for 11. And MS Ghost King went 39 for 5. So it is unfortunate. The 0 on the power is actually a bug. So, you know, all in all, we kind of dominated the whole game as a whole. And hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. So thank you for watching. As always, have yourself a good one. Have yourself a splendid one. Until next time, hope you've been enjoying these, and I will catch you all in the next commentary. All right, I'm gone. Bye.